Brought to you by...
I'm curious what each of you would do in this situation. If everything you knew was called into question, and the ones you love were in a danger that you couldn't save them from. It's a topic that has been explored dozens of times in film, but one that always seems to remain relatable to all audiences. Would you become everything your loved ones need you to be in order to protect them from harm? Or would you simply buckle under the pressure? Feel free to let me know down below. Until then, let's get into today's video. Hello friends, welcome back to ETF. Today we fall shattered into a mystery that explodes into a living nightmare for a man who is deeply and emotionally fractured. This film opens to a broken family element as they drive home after a tense holiday weekend with the in-laws. Ray Monroe, a well-meaning but overwhelmed family man, pulls into a rest area with his wife Joan and daughter Perry. The trip takes a turn for the worse when Perry is hurt in an accident and the family rushes to a nearby emergency room run by a staff with dubious intentions. After being sent away for further testing, Perry and Joan vanish, and all records of their visit disappear. Ray's concern turns into a desperate race to find his family and discover the truth of what happened to them. This is a film that focuses on ideas of confusion and insanity. Early on, we are given notions that Ray is a man who plays it very safe and never takes risks throughout his day-to-day life. A fact which seems to have driven a wedge into the relationship between him and his wife. For me, much of the early elements of the film, or at the very least from the moment of the accident, it starts to feel as if he might just be crazy. We don't get to see anyone other than him interacting with his wife and daughter. While his wife is talking to him, she is constantly telling him to do something, almost speaking the way his conscience would. She mentions that her head is throbbing, and he is the one with the head injury. He notices commercials on the waiting room TV about protecting family, which is actually what he is trying to do. However, on the other hand, we are treated to moments where people look at him oddly, talk to him dismissively. There are signs, moments of dialogue, that suggest that the hospital might be up to some shady shit, possibly having to do with organ theft. But many of things that he is noticing, calls he overhears regarding patient blood types, and patients being moved for organ-related procedures, could also be chalked up to simple paranoia or psychosis. This film does a very good job dancing along the line between the idea that he's losing his mind and the hospital covering up an insidious agenda, keeping you guessing the truth of the matter across its entire runtime. The visual style and acting is obviously designed to provoke a deep intrigue. Sam Worthington does an incredible job with his performance, creating a character who himself is unsure of what to believe. The film is beautifully shot and edited, pacing its edits almost surgically, utilizing color to its advantage, keeping its color palette mostly bland so that accents of yellow pop off the screen more prominently. I like that the reality of the situation was a blend of what we knew happened and what the therapist tried to get him to believe. As much as I enjoyed the ride that this film took me on, its climax was an easy one for someone like me to sniff out early on. But they did an incredible job making me doubt whether or not it would go in that direction. I've seen a ton of movies, so it isn't hard for me to predict an ending anymore. My only hope these days is that the ride is worth taking, and this is one that I feel was worth the time. I'm giving Fractured an A-. This is another Netflix original release, so if psychologically woven thrillers are your game, then I definitely recommend checking this one out one night when you have the time. This episode of ETF is brought to you by NordVPN. With more than 10 years of experience, NordVPN is one of the world's largest VPN providers. Cybersecurity may seem very complex, but NordVPN makes it as easy as it gets. Cutting-edge technologies shield your internet activity from hackers and malware, protect you on public Wi-Fi networks, and even block annoying ads. NordVPN protects your IP address and makes sure that no one else can see which websites you visit and what files you download. And until the end of April, if you sign up using the links down in the description, you can get a whopping 70% off a 3-year plan. Real internet privacy is just a click away with NordVPN. But that's all for today, friends. If you are enjoying the content so far and want to help us keep bringing new types of videos for you to enjoy, please consider supporting ETF on Patreon, where every pledge goes right back into the channel to help us with upgrading equipment, maintaining our software, and checking out new flicks to discuss here. If you want to see more videos like these, feel free to let us know down below or give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you all next time. Thanks for watching.